It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Thornbridge Brewery, and it's a beer called Tapit. It's a chocolate orange stout coming in at 6% ABV. It's a 440 milliliter can. Inspired by the Peak District, it says on the side of the can here. Thornbridge been brewing beer since 2005. One of the very original craft beer brewers in the UK. In fact, if you go all the way back to 2005, I think there were only two authentic craft brewers back then. One was Otley, a company called Otley Brewing Company in Pontypridd, Wales, and Thornbridge Brewery in Bakewell in Yorkshire. So let's get this can out into a glass and see what we get. I'm looking forward to this. They're quite open and honest. It says on the front of the can, contains lactose. That's fine, absolutely fine. I'd rather have that notification of lactose on the front of the can than squinting your eyes together trying to read the back of the can, trying to see if it's got oats or lactose in it. They're bang up front, they're bang honest about it. And if brewed right, then lactose works really well in a stout. It really does. Whilst I've made a complete mess of the pour, I'd like to thank our channel sponsor for sending us today's beer. Today's beer was sent by the wonderful beersofeurope.co.uk. Beersofeurope.co.uk. If you've travelled around the UK, if you've travelled to the Thornbridge area of the UK and you like what you see, you've tried some beers, you want to buy some beers, of course you could head to the Thornbridge website if you want to buy them direct from Thornbridge, or you can buy them from beersofeurope.co.uk. If you've travelled around Europe, America, and you've drunk some amazing beers, anywhere in the world really, and you want to try that beer back in the UK, then the best place to find it is beersofeurope.co.uk. There's a link in the description box of the video. The head is now dissipating down nicely with this beer. So if you wanted to head over to Beers of Europe, there's a link in the description box of the video. But on with the review. On we go. We got a 3-finger, light, quite a light, almost creamy, kind of very light tan coloured head. It is a jet black beer. I'm pausing a little bit because it's just about jet black in the glass, this one. Any lighter and I'd be saying, oh, there's a little bit of light bleeding through here, but it's just about jet black. Good amount of carbonation. It looks good. What interests me about this chocolate orange stout is that Lidl have just launched a Thornbridge chocolate orange stout, and it's about 4.5% ABV. This, of course, is 6% ABV, but I'm very interested to see the difference between Lidl, because it's fresh in my mind. I only reviewed it 10 days ago. It's fresh on my mind, so I'm interested to see kind of the difference between a 6% Thornbridge chocolate orange stout and a Lidl Thornbridge 4.5% chocolate orange stout. So let's get the aroma. This one has a sense of a little bit of cacao, a little bit of chocolate in the aroma, and some orange oil. Definitely an orange oil coming through, like almost like a Terry's chocolate orange in a glass. It smells really, really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Whoa, there's lots going on. Oh, there's lots going on here. It's really interesting. It's really well put together. It's really, really well put together. Where do I begin? Where do I start with this one? It offers up, weirdly, it offers up a couple of synthetic areas of the beer. So first of all, that lactose offers a real silky, smooth, creamy mouthfeel. It's really slicky, like an oil slick in the mouth. And then you get like a synthetic orange flavour coming through. Like an orange oil. A bit like a Terry's chocolate orange. But what saves the beer for me, what makes this go, yes, this works, is that the beer battles back. The beer's like battling back a little bit against the orange oils and against the lactose in there. And it's like, oh, get back. You have your corner over there and we'll have our corner over here. And we'll meet in the middle. And there's a bit of a scrap going on in the middle. And that scrap is because Thornbridge, thankfully, I mean, they're a great brewer. They've used quite a bit of roasted malt. And that roasted malt is the swinger. The roasted malt is coming out swinging. Absolutely swinging. Like, okay, lactose, you've had your say. You know, like the pre-boxing where the you get a loud boxer, don't you? In the press conference, you get a loud boxer. I'm gonna knock you out, that type of loud, zippy, jippy boxer. There's a lot of talk these days, isn't there? It's more marketing than anything else, boxing. He's shouting, he's bawling, I'm gonna knock you out, and all this kind of stuff. And the roasted malt is kind of just stood there going, okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, and I'm gonna do all my talking in the ring. It's a bit like that, really, with this beer. The roasted malt is doing all of the talking in the ring. It's quiet, it's slightly subdued, but when it needs to be called into action, bang, it's right there. It's right there. And that's what makes this beer great. That's what makes this a great beer. I've had plenty of beers with flavourings in the past, and I've had plenty of beers with lactose in the past. And where I get annoyed and where they fall down is that they stop becoming stouts altogether. I'll call out a brewer. I don't mind. Right after I itch my ear. There's a brewery out there that they made their name really producing fantastic supermarket craft beers. I'm going to use the word Vocation Brewing Company. If this beer was brewed by Vocation, you would have the lactose, you would have the orange oils, and then you would have nothing else. You'd have a sweet, cloyny, black syrup in a glass. And that's where those beers, I get angry. Like the Vocation Celebration beers at Christmas time that came out. What do they call them? Vocations. They were awful, absolutely awful beers because they were just synthetic, black, sweet liquids. Yes, this has lactose. Yes, this has orange oils, but it's backed up with some fantastic roasted malt flavour. good, that. I like it. I like it. I like it.
You can only set thumbs up or down for a song
And
custom
sounds like Alexa does too. I'm gonna rate this beer now. I'm gonna rate it. I like this. I like this between. I like the fact that they've been able to manipulate lactose and they've been able to manipulate orange oils, but they've made it very much beer-like. It's still very much a beer. It's still very much a stout. 6% ABV. Tapit from Thornbridge. I like that. I do. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.